news is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Tertola Pier Park, NV Salon, Spa, Nail and Barbershops, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light Bundles, faster internet, movies and sports.
The Virgin Islands education system should separate junior high school from senior.
That's one of the moots debated at the semi-finals of the Government of the Virgin Islands Inter-Secondary School Debating Competition. Two schools ripped away at that topic for a place in the finals. Saying yes to the moot was Elmore Stout High School and saying no, the Virgin Islands School of Technical Studies.
No other institution in this room can better articulate the nuances of this matter because we have been on both sides of the fence. At the Elmore Stout High School, our junior and senior high schools were once separated, but presently we are joined. We can confidently state that separating junior high school from senior high school is the better option for all high schools in the Virgin Islands.
For the Virgin Islands education system to become successful, the key focus must turn to the success of the student and not cosmetic changes such as separating junior and senior high school. This is the reason, Mr. Moderator, that my colleagues and I stand firmly on the moot that states the Virgin Islands education system should not separate junior and senior high school.
It is high time that we show more concern for the welfare of all junior students that deal with this troubling yet grim reality in our secondary system, which is like putting innocent lambs in a den of ferocious wolves. Not only is there a need for separation because of academic focus, management, and maturity levels, but to also curb the troubling social interactions and negative influences between the groups. Mr. Moderator, having all senior students with junior high school students is a catalyst for the unwelcoming social ill called bullying.
Children need stability, and one harsh transition from primary to secondary school is enough for a developing human. There is no need to add another transition from junior to senior high school. Secondly, separating the junior and senior high schools will make it difficult for educators to seamlessly coordinate the curriculum between lower and higher secondary.
Mr. Moderator, there's an idiom that states, what is good for the goose is not always good for the gander. Please permit me to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that the Virgin Islands consist of 60 islands, rocks and keys, but there are only 3 main islands where secondary schools exist, meaning Elmore Stout is not the only high school Elmore Stout is not the only high school in the British Virgin Islands. My opponents basically stated all their speeches on their school. Saying this is that Elmore Stout is not the only school, not because they have experience and they have been separated before means that they can speak for the whole territory.
Mr. Moderator, our opponents have missed a key aspect of the moot. The moot is not to separate junior and senior high schools, but to separate junior from senior. This is for the protection of our junior students, which is where the bullying comes into play. Our opponent's second speaker stated that there would be difficulty transitioning from junior to senior school. Mr. Moderator, this truly doesn't make any sense because both junior and senior schools have separate curriculums, whether joined or detached. Junior school's curriculum is based on foundational subjects, while senior school's curriculum is more career-oriented.
Now, while this has been fleshed out for the purpose of competitive debate, it's a topical issue across sectors in the Virgin Islands, and more so, a subject legislators, past and present, have lended their voices to at various forums. Now, coming off as the stronger in representing the moot, the Elmore Stout High School has secured its place in the finals.
And this is actually something that's come up very often over the last several years, is the best speaker actually again came out for the rebuttal. So that narrows it down to 2 people. But it was still an excellent debate across the board, but the best speaker today was none other than Naomi. And now the winner for today's debate, and it was relatively close. The winner is none other than Elmer Stout High School.
They will come up against St. George's Secondary School, who won the judges' highest score after facing off with Brigado Flax Educational Center. Brigado, Flax, and St. George's debated the use of artificial intelligence dilutes the learning experience in the Virgin Islands.
Our devices have gotten smarter, but have our students? Touch screens designed to bring us closer have somehow made us lose touch. And now for the big one. Drum roll, please. Geoffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, has left AI. Not because he is happily retired and proud of his life's work. In fact, he has labeled it a profound risk to society and humanity. If the creator has left the creation, why are we bent on creating a cataclysmic catastrophe? Should not Mr. Hinton's example be our example?
Honorable Shari De Castro, the Minister of Education, has been a proponent of STEAM programs in classrooms. In the third sitting of the first session of the Fifth House Assembly of the Virgin Islands, Minister De Castro announced the introduction of STEAM Innovations course in public secondary schools. This course aims to acquaint students with engineering fields like artificial intelligence, data science, and renewable energy, offering insight into potential careers in this ever-evolving job market.
Integrity has left the chat. In a local published survey, several educators have become wary of the number of students who have been cheating. These very actions have caught the attention of CXC, and as shared by UWI panelist, product innovator of CXC, Dr. Niles, CXC is now adjusting syllabi to uphold its academic integrity.
Many of us in this room have had our first introduction to the usage of AI. When we use our Apple devices and ask Siri to find our phones, and let's not forget Alexa, how many people in this room right now would have commanded Alexa to turn on the lights or open YouTube? While artificial intelligence may seem mysterious or intimidating, it is important to understand that its main goal is to facilitate and enhance our lives.
The opposition would like to say that there's a difference between dependency and necessity. The future is written in ones and zeros, and therefore, instead of rejecting AI, we should simply use it wisely, as mentioned by the opposition's second speaker. In conclusion, rather than diluting the learning experience, the strategic use of artificial intelligence in Virgin Island schools has the potential to enhance educational outcomes, promote equality, and empower students to succeed in an ever-changing global landscape.
Are we truly doomed without AI? Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot allow you to be blindsided by my opposition's illusions, not when our country's future is at stake. No, that is just too big of a price to pay. My teammates have presented the realities of AI. Virgin Island students' increasing reliance on AI have led to technology junkies whose withdrawals are becoming a detriment to their learning. In the case of ChatGPT. Good morning, ChatGPT. Create an essay on the importance of tourism to an economy of a country. Ensure to include credible sources, humanize it, and use the vocabulary of an 11th grader. What has learning come to?
And I think it's also important for me to tell you who the two best speakers were. So the top speaker, so the winner of the best speaker for this morning's debate was Miss Carrie-Ann McKee. And I think I have to say, we speak a lot about knowing your material, not being a slave to your script. I looked at Miss McKee, I'm getting goosebumps, present this morning, and she barely looked at her material. Now, the second best speaker was Miss Trinity Letsom, or rebuttal speaker for St. George's. And the reason that Miss Trinity ran her so close was because of her rebuttal. She rebutted, and I have recorded 6 rebuttal points. And not only did she rebut, but she developed the rebuttal. She didn't waste a lot of time in an introduction And because of that rebuttal, St. George's won the debate.
That's the semi-final round of the debating competition held today, Wednesday, February 28. With this JTV News Update, Kathy Richards.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.